If you like predictable kiddie horror films, then don't watch this film. So I watched Saint Maud the other day, and everyone I went with hated the film, but I think it was a good film. So first things first, I just want to say I'm going to spoil the film right now. To start off, this is one of the new styles of horror films. It's similar to like Midsommar or Hereditary. So after watching the trailer, I just realised the trailer practically says everything I just said, because all of these films got some ritual shenanigans going on. I'll go into this in more detail in another video maybe. Let's see what happens. So in a nutshell, the film is about a nurse who accidentally killed a patient after trying to resuscitate her. So then she became a private nurse for this dancer who writes all these crazy books and stuff. And the thing is, she's some weird, mysterious lesbian who acts all crazy. And then the nurse is all religious. And the next thing you know, she thinks that an angel or something in her. And then she's telling the woman that, oh yeah, this thing, like they're just both having some, I don't know, some madness. Yeah, it's crazy, it's weird. So she's getting all excited thinking, oh yeah, she's hoping the woman, she's going to save her. So the woman calls her the savior, aka Saint Maud. But then next thing you know, in the party, when she's going crazy, the nurse comes and then she's like trying to help. And then next thing you know, she gets embarrassed by the woman. And the nurse just gives her a quick slap. But so then obviously she gets fired and she begins obsessing with the woman. So she gets very lonely and she has nothing to do. She goes back to the house. Long story short, some ritual happened and then it's just crazy. Next thing you know, she grabs all this symbolic Christian stuff and then she's like putting pins and stuff. It's so crazy. Just watch the film. I'm not going to spoil the final scenes, but let's just say the final scene is the best bit. So visually, they obviously did some cool upside down shots similar to Hereditary, Midsommar and Get Out. This obviously gives it that trippy vibes, like you don't know what's going on. Also, the colours reminded me of Joker because it had that like gritty street vibes, street feeling. I thought it was in Southend because of the beach and the arcade and stuff. Speaking of locations, the budget seemed like it was pennies because everything was so basic. It was just the seaside, the manor house and the apartment that she lived in. The film was definitely British because you can see how it looks, and it just reminded me of an amateur film that some students made, and I didn't know none of the actors, but the thing is they did the job, which is good, which leads to my overall opinion. The film was very nice. The only reason why I watched this film because one of the reviews said best horror film of the year, and it was supposed to come out in 2019. And look at the films that came out in 2019, horror films. So I don't know about that one. But for 2020, I think it was a pretty good horror film. It's not like the James Wan film where it's so predictable and then everyone's just guessing what's happening and it's haunted house and then Ouija board, this and that. That's just too predictable. This is one of those films. It's about storyline. You have to just follow the story. This film wasn't made to be full of jump scares. You have to just watch it, and then by the end of it, you understand the whole. You should understand anyway. I don't know. So again, if you like predictable kiddie horror films, then don't watch this film because this film is just weird. Because this film is a bit long, but it's not an actually long film. So like 1 hour, 25 minutes or something like that. And if you have watched the film and you got scared in the scary part, I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, not scary, la-di-da-di-da. Listen, if you got scared and jumped, then you can say you got scared, mate. Nothing wrong with that. That's my point. My point is if you got scared, then you can't say it wasn't a scary film. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you've seen the film, give your opinion in the comments, all of that. And yeah, thank you very much.